Yeah, my wonderful people. This news why I carry come for now this morning, very very important news and very very interesting. It will interest every the southeasterners because this news have to have very very a lot to do with our southeasterners because all these things where they happen now southeasterners now then they collect water. This one now this issue of Ebubago. I have dig deep into the cause of and how Ebubago was formed and what led to the formation of Ebubago, how they have turned out to be a militia group which is being formed by Fulani control government of Nigeria through the help of Hope Uzodinjo, David Umahi, and Asare Dokubo, the Mumu, and the go-to head man. Now them come to form this militia called Ebubago. The motive of forming it, according to them, earlier on was to fight against insecurity. But on the other hand, it turned out to be a political tool that the Fulanis instigated by the so-called southeastern governors to subdue the activities of Eastern Security Network, because what the Eastern Security Network is perpetually doing when it was formed by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I think between 2021, if I'm not mistaken, is to push back the Fulani who keep on marauding themselves as a herdsmen, but indirectly they are the Fulani foot soldiers that they are brought into our land. They rape, they maim, they kill. They do all manner of things to our women, both in their farms and outside their farms, both online and offline. So, but when these people came and said they want to form Ebubago, all in the name of they want to replicate what is being done in the southwest, which is the Amatoku. But on the other hand, it turned out to be a fighting tool for Hope Uzodinjo and his cronies, and also to use it against the Biafrans and also those people who keep on putting sansan in their gare. Anyway, that is what I want to bring to our notice today. And this message is very, very important. In fact, use your two hands to Sarah Mozia, Basaya, so that everyone will know, because we keep on hearing Ebubago, but we don't really know exactly what formed Ebubago, why does it come in place, and what is the motive of forming that so-called Ebubago. That is what I want to bring to us this very day, so that when you are talking about Ebubago or anywhere you are, they're doing that argument of Ebubago, just speak from your mind that you have already heard it from the horse's mouth. The formation of Ebubago, their motive and their mode of operation. Please don't touch the dial. I'll be right back. We have another headline here. Okay, let me read this particular Ebubago headlines. It's Ebubago, the vampire that sucks the blood of Ndi Igbo. That is one of the headlines. In another Nigerian news, this one is Adebanjo. And I still remember this, our old man who speaks from his heart. He don't look left or right, or don't even know what the outcome of his action will be, but he speaks the way it is. But Adebanjo reveals solution to Nigeria's problems. He tables fresh request before the Fulani control government of Nigeria President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. My wonderful people, help me share this message, like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Let us go straight to the reason why we are here. There's no time to take time. We should not forget the ugly situation in the land, in the Igbo land. The situation in the Igbo land is a paradigm of Ikemefuna story in the late Chino Achebe's things fall apart. Okonkwo promised to take Ikemefuna back to his village. On getting to a point, Ikemefuna developed strange feelings and feared the men that accompanied Okonkwo wanted to kill him. Immediately, one of the men pushed him and the pot he was carrying fell. He ran to Okonkwo, whom he trusted, and called father. Okonkwo raised his machete and killed the boy that calls him father. The same trust Igbo people had for their traditional and political leaders when evil Fulanis were gradually attacking Igbo land. The Igbo asked for regional security to protect Igbo land in the mode of Amotoku of the southwest. They never knew the traditional and political leaders didn't have Igbo interests at heart. Instead, they prefer to preserve their Fulani masters' interests and further the Islamization and Fulanization agenda to remain in the corridors of power. Then, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu arose and answered the call of Ndi Igbo with the Eastern Security Network, ESN establishment. The Eastern Security Network drove the Fulani marauders away from our forest and made our farmlands safe again. The success of ESN angered the Fulani oligarchy, who descended on Igbo political leaders. The southeastern governors hurriedly launched what they call Ebubago militia to counter the ESN. Most Ebubago operatives that you are hearing today are Fulanis and riverine Biafrans from the Niger Delta and also Niger Delta militants, so to say. Only a few of them are from Igbo extraction, and those are the notorious cultists and hardened criminals. Questions on people's lips are: what is the mission of Ebubago? Who are they working for? What are their intentions? Intentions, mode of operations, and who sponsored their deadly actions in Igbo land? The below analysts will carefully explain and expose it in their terms. With the latest happenings, we all know that the mission of Ebubago in Igbo land is not in favor of Ndi Igbo, but to activate and speed up Fulanization with their actions and conduct. People with common sense know that they are working for Fulanis. They are also handy as political watchdogs and killing machines for Igbo politicians against anyone who challenges or questions their corrupt and fraudulent leadership. The governors intended to establish Ebubago to make Igbo land a safe haven for Fulani. That is why the politicians secretly and stylishly approved the Ruga, which is the collaboration of our so-called traditional rulers. Their ongoing callous actions expose their mode of operations and sponsors. The few Igbo youths in Ebubago are responsible for spying and pointing out the houses of successful Igbo businessmen. IPOP family members and anyone that opposes the governors, the Fulanis and the riverine Biafrans in Ebubago are in charge of killing Igbos and burning houses and businesses. They have two layers of sponsorship, seen and unseen sponsors. The seen sponsors are the Igbo political elites, traditional leaders, and the Nigerian government, etc. The unseen sponsors are those groups that indirectly or directly fight IPOP leadership and violently enforce Monday sit at home on the poor masses. On the other hand, those enforcing sit at home are sister agents to the Ebubago militia because they are in charge and involved in 40% of kidnappings in Igbo land. The genocidal activities and the destruction of properties in Igbo land are the handiwork of Ebubago vampires. 20 boys that went to a traditional wedding were gunned down in our Mama, Imo State, Olo precisely. Few months ago, 14 were found on the road, while 6 bodies were found in the bushes. What about the trending killings in Irete, Uwere, Imo State, where more than 80 were murdered? Not to mention but a few slaughtering and murderous activities of Ebonyi, Enugu, Anambra, and Abia State. All the government could do was to tag the corpses bandits and try to rope IPOP in as the culprit. The widespread protest in all Igbo land signifies that Igbos are not comfortable with Ebubeagụ militia, and their dirty activities are not needed anymore in our land. In other words, they should pack and go. They have caused more harm than good in Igbo land. Ebubeagụ in Igbo land made many women widows and parents childless and homeless. They indulged in broad daylight extortion, raping, and random molestation with the official assistance of Nigerian security agents. The protests have made the world understand that Ebubeagụ is not for Igbos. In the history of Ebubeagụ, they have never arrested any criminal, traitor, or even Fulani herders that are killing farmers and destroying the farm crops or our farmland. Instead, they go after innocent Igbo business people doing their normal businesses. The simple question is whether the so-called governors sponsoring Ebubeagụ are with or against the Igbos, as we are asking till today. Ebubeagụ epitomizes suffering, agony, poverty, intimidation, bleeding, extortion, insecurity, and also housing the enemies of the ordinary Igbo person in the name of protection. Igbo's body language practically says capital no to murderous Ebubeagụ in the entire Igbo land. In Biafra, we stand. Give us Biafra. Safe referendum, we ask. In other development, Pa Ayo Adebanjo, he don't come out to come reveal the solutions to Nigerian problems and devils fresh demand from the so-called APC president. The leader of the Pan-Yoruba Social Political Organization, Afenifere, Pa Ayo Adebanjo, alongside other notable Yoruba leaders, has urged Bola Ahmed Tinubu to restructure Nigeria, insisting that it will address the challenges facing the Southwest. The other Yoruba leaders include the Director General of the Development Agenda for Western Nigeria, DAO, Commission Dr. Seyi Oyeleye, Chairman of Voice of Reason, Mr. Olusola Adekanola, and Dr. Segun Aina. Okute News report that the leaders spoke at the Goke Omosore annual lecture themed Southwest Regional Integration, the Down Commission approach organized by the Voice of Reasoning in Lagos State. The Yoruba leaders revealed that the challenges affecting the Southwest are undevelopment, religious and ethnic disunity, jettisoning the Omoluabi ethos and mockery of its traditional institution on social media. During the event, Pa Ayo Adebanjo said the real cause of our problem is federalism and lack of regional autonomy, which is why the Down Commission is asking questions. Let me state that we have not surpassed the efforts of our past leaders. We have moved forward, but not under this constitution. The colonialists brought us together without our consent. At the time, the late Chief Obafemi Awolowo told the colonial masters that they could not rule Nigeria under a unitary system of government. All the theories that Awolowo spoke against are still being practiced today. Let us forget aggrandizement. Let the president change the constitution to a federal system through federalism, which each region will develop at its own pace and on paying taxes to the federal level. On his part, the Director General of the Down Commission, Mr. Oyeleye, said, "From our vantage point at the Down Commission, we should focus on 3 constitutional changes now. They include state police amendments of the revenue sharing formula and the introduction of a clause to allow states to collaborate for development purposes. If we achieve these 3, we would have unlocked the next growth phase of Nigeria. I know these proposals are risky ventures from a capitalist perspective that most of us subscribe to. But then, nothing ventured, nothing gained. I admit that implementing and actualizing them will not be a walk in the park, but we have done it before and we can still do it again, according to Pa Ayo Adebanjo. Without being immodest, and to the glory of the selfless heroes who labored at the thankless but most rewarding venture, the Dawn Commission is perhaps one of the best legacies of Yoruba nationalistic effort in the past. Well, my wonderful people, my viewers and subscribers, I beg now here, we will take stop, don't talk too much. Help me share this message, make it go viral. Let every notes and crannies know the activities of Ebubago and how the federal government, state level, and also local level through our traditional rulers, how they are sponsoring them against their own people because of a peanut that are being collected or they are being bribed from the so-called federal level. Well, my wonderful people, it is left for you to decide whether to share this message or not. I have done my part. Now it is your own turn to do your part. If you decide to keep quiet, then the destiny of the Igbos and also those one who have been maltreated by this so-called Ebubago, Ebube Monkey, or Ebube Nkita, whatever way you may choose to call them. But the truth still remains that this so-called militia group have done more harm than good in the lives of the Igbos, in the Igbo land and the Biafra territory at large. So, share this message so that people will keep protesting concerning this militia group, that they are never in favor of the Igbos. Rather, they are against the Igbos. But come to think of it, how can you initiate Fulanis and the so-called, what do they call it, militancies, I mean Niger Delta militants, into a Ebubago outfit, into Igbo's security outfit? Come on, it cannot be so. Anyway, let me not talk too much. I beg, help me share this message. Bye for now, Bikonu Kemesiano.